Yes, good evening from me, Peter Brackley. It's football on Fantasy Island then for Wycombe Wanderers, the Chairboys, 6th in League Two, the old 4th division as it used to be known. They are almost unbelievably semi-finalists in one of the two major cup competitions in the English game, and are bidding now for a miracle victory over 2 legs against the reigning Premiership champions Chelsea, some 63 places above them in the league pecking order, and of course light years away in terms of financial clout. But will it be a total mismatch? Well, not necessarily is the answer, given that Wycombe, as well as knocking out Charlton in the last round, have also accounted for another top division side in Fulham, both those games away from home. But of course Chelsea, with their enormous resources and one of the most talented squads in the world, let alone England, will be red-hot favourites to reach the final for the second time under Jose Mourinho. He, of course, is a Champions League winner as a coach with former club Porto, but Wycombe's manager has achieved the same accolade as a player. Ex-Scottish international Paul Lambert was a winner with Borussia Dortmund back in 1997 in their win over the Italian giants Juventus. So massive golf in class, of course, Lambert has been saying in the build-up over the past couple of days, but make no mistake, we'll be giving it a real go, and they certainly have as the least of their ambitions the target of having something to defend when the clubs meet again in the second leg. Well, let's run through the lineups for you. Jermaine Easter, who we were seeing there, took the headlines for the Charlton match then with his winning goal. He's actually scored in every round en route to the semis. And they've another familiar name too in attacking, veteran Tommy Mooney, former Birmingham and Watford player among many other clubs. He's eagerly awaiting one of the biggest games, if not the biggest game of his career, at the age of 35. Mike Williamson is free to return at the back after suspension ruled him out of their draw with Rochdale in the league at the weekend. His fellow central defender Will Antwi also plays after coming through a fitness test. And Stefan Oakes, who was a League Cup winner with Leicester back in the year 2000, he's recovered in time from a bout of flu. But there's a major disappointment for 19-year-old Anthony Grant. He's actually on loan from Chelsea, and they're not allowing him to play against his parent club, although they do stress they're not singling him out, it's just simply adhering to club policy. Well, this is the Chelsea team that Jose Mourinho has gone for. There's no Didier Drogba through suspension. Andy Shevchenko is out injured. And it's a makeshift defence too, with Carvalho also banned and skipper John Terry not yet ready to return. Khalid Boulahrouz is also unfit. So in front of third choice keeper Hilario, Michael Essien will partner Paulo Ferreira in the centre. Michael Ballack, who missed Saturday's FA Cup thrashing of Macclesfield, he is a starter tonight. The first 11 also includes Claude Makelele, Solomon Kalou and Sean Wright-Phillips, who's a transfer window target for several clubs, if we're to believe the newspapers. Who's on the bench, we asked Jose tonight. He said Frank Lampard and the kids. He is the only senior figure among the subs. Lampard, who of course got a hat-trick in that FA Cup win over Macclesfield. Through to the other semi, of course, now are Arsenal after last night's rescheduled quarter-final against Liverpool, an extraordinary 6-3 win at Anfield. It was like one of those PlayStation computer games. They'll now take on Tottenham for the right to face either Wycombe or Chelsea in the final in Cardiff in the Millennium Stadium in February. In contention for a playoff place in League Two, Wycombe. It's been a pretty good season all round really for the Wanderers, and of course their exploits in the Carling Cup have been the icing on the cake, and then some. But now comes a different ball game altogether. No disrespect to Charlton or to Fulham, but if Paul Lambert's team were to get the better of Chelsea's multi-million-pound outfit over not one game but two, it would surely be well, a sensation, perhaps the greatest ever shock in a domestic cup competition. Well, he's been tremendous, Jermaine Easter, for Wycombe during this cup run. Can they cause a major upset? Well, he'll be hoping so. The 35-year-old Tom Mooney, Easter's partner up top. And Easter has learnt so much of it. And they'll be hoping to stretch Michael Essien and Paulo Ferreira, the makeshift pairing at the back for Chelsea. The bookies really aren't too convinced about Wycombe's chances. 33-1 on Chelsea to survive the two legs of the semi-final. But Mourinho's team certainly haven't looked invincible lately, far from it really. Vulnerable in defence in particular. although there is a steely resolve about them that does seem to emerge whenever they are in difficulties. Taking the whistle tonight is Steve Bennett, one of English football's top officials, but then it is a massive game. There may be only around 10,000 here, absolutely packed to the rafters, Adams Park, but boy are they making themselves heard here, including around 1,800 following Chelsea, who get us underway. Ashley Cole at left back, Wayne Bridge operating down the same flank ahead of him. In goes Top Mooney. I think the plan will be to rough them up a bit back there, Essien and Ferreira. This is Betsy claiming the corner, but it will be a goal kick. Paul Lambert, the European Cup winner then with Borussia Dortmund back in '97, and doing a fine job here in his first season with Wycombe. Locking horns again with Mourinho. Lambert was in the Celtic team that lost to Mourinho's Porto in the UEFA Cup final a few seasons back. That was Mooney. Easter, I think, was in an offside position. Not interfering, so on we go. Jeremy is at right back and Sean Wright-Phillips ahead of him. Now Paulo Ferreira, normally a right back, of course, or maybe on the left, but certainly not in the centre too often, but he's had to play there lately. Here's Jeremy, aiming for Wayne Bridge, and it's the first take of the night for Ricardo Batista, who's Portuguese. Young man, he's only 20, he's on loan from Fulham. 10 clean sheets so far in 22 outings for Wycombe. Ferreira had to clear somewhat hastily then. They haven't lost in their last 10 Premiership matches, Chelsea, even if they haven't really impressed during that sequence. And let's not forget they have lost only 3 competitive fixtures all season, and did indeed put 6 past Macclesfield, who play in the same division as Wycombe. The Wanderers players have been saying beforehand, we've earned the right to be here, we intend to enjoy it. We can't match them technically, but we certainly can for spirit, for desire and for commitment. And then you never know what might happen. They will certainly scrap for every ball this evening, that's for sure. Their right back is Russell Martin. And they've got a free kick here, the Wanderers. Such huge excitement in the Buckinghamshire air at this tiny ground. That was Matt Bloomfield. So cold but dry night weather-wise. The memories flooding back of their fairy tale advance to the FA Cup semi-finals 6 years ago when they went out to Liverpool Wycombe. Everyone at the club here has been so wound up in anticipation ever since the draw for the League Cup semi-finals was made. Mooney in particular at 35, it may well be his last chance to play in a game of this stature. And should the Wanderers rise to the occasion as they hope to do, and Chelsea are just slightly off their guard, well then the dream might still be alive when the teams lock horns again in a fortnight's time. That's the initial aim for Wycombe Wanderers. Betsy will be hoping to stretch Ashley Cole. No easy task. One of the best left backs in the world, of course. A former Arsenal man. Hilario in goal again with Kudacini injured. Petr Cech may well be back at the weekend, we're told, in terms of being in the squad again. And could be fit to play much sooner than anticipated. Remember, he fractured his skull a few months back. No stone unturned by the League Two club in their meticulous preparations for what is the biggest sporting event ever staged at this ground. They do share the stadium with the London Wasps Rugby Club, and they attract sizable crowds as well of their own. But this Carling Cup semi-final has had the whole area buzzing for some weeks now. Sell out, of course. and about £500,000 in the coffers for Wycombe. You can imagine what that will mean to them. Will go a long way towards easing their debts, that's for sure. Solomon Kalou, rather blown hot and cold really since coming to Stamford Bridge. Not sure whether he would have started tonight have Shevchenko been fit. Here's Jeremy now, the Cameroon international, put under a bit of pressure too. As expected, plenty of urgency early on from Wycombe, looking to get at Chelsea. Easter. That was Stephen O'Halloran going in, on loan from Aston Villa at Adams Park. And he has been catching the eye since coming into the Wycombe team. Mooney and Easter in the centre. Will Atwee is up from the back. Yes, Jan keeping a watchful eye there on Tom Mooney, who was pretty useful in the air. Stefan Oakes to curl it over. Back in by Mooney. But it's sucked away by Michael Essien. Who did play in central defence in France during his time there, and has done in emergencies this season for Chelsea too. And fair to say, the Premiership side, the champions of England, haven't yet imposed themselves in the first leg of this Carling Cup semi-final. Early days yet. Makalele in the holding role. Off goes Betsy. Cole sticking with him. "24 hours ago, Liverpool were mauled by the beast as Julio Baptista put 4 past them. Now the chairboys of Wycombe hoping to sit at the cup final table at the expense of the superstars of Chelsea. Might be a tall order, but as people have said many times down the years, football can be a strange old game. But it really will be some upset if Chelsea don't come through. Here is Ashley Cole. Martin taking this one. Michael Ballack up to Kalou. Playing then as a one outright striker in this Chelsea formation. Here's Wright Phillips. A lot of speculation. He could be on his way during the transfer window. I'm not sure he's looking for a permanent move though, more interested in a loan transfer just to get him playing again really. He wants to fight for his place at Chelsea. Kalou, starting his 7th game in a row now. But as I was saying earlier, not yet fully convincing. And that was certainly been the case too with Shevchenko. So he'll be very disappointed that he can't play tonight. He's got a hamstring problem. He's had a fair bit of criticism. Even Jose Mourinho himself has run out of patience, it would seem. On by Ballack. Here's Kalou, and O'Halloran outsmarting him. Good prospect, this young fellow. Clear then by Williamson. He's the defender who's come back from suspension. Don't think Martin's going to keep that in. You mind our camera, young man. Ashley Cole. O'Halloran. Asking rather too much though of Kevin Betsy. They have lost a little bit of form in the league, have Wycombe. But then so too have Mourinho's side. In terms of overall performances anyway. Of course, they've had 3 successive draws in the Premiership. Talk of crisis in the air at Stamford Bridge. A little premature, I'd have thought. But then that's really a measure of how much progress they have made in the last few years. Atwee having to turn, did well then. On by Doherty. Another player on loan with the club. He's come from Queen's Park Rangers in the Championship. Well, he loves to defend, Michael Essien. More often, though, of course, from a midfield role. Change of plan tonight, change of strategy. But I'm sure he didn't bat an eyelid when Mourinho told him that was the plan. Well, a confident enough start, I think, from Wycombe Wanderers. Who came into the Football League back in the early 90s. Martin O'Neill was in charge then when he took them up from the conference. And the likes of Tony Adams and John Gregory have been in charge here since. Paul Lambert from the start of this season when he took over from John Gorman. Used to be Glenn Hoddle's number 2. Michael Ballack, well, no doubt about his class, but I think the jury is still out on him in terms of his contributions so far for Chelsea. Betsy now for Wycombe. Might ambitious. Here's Oakes, who can certainly hit them. And I remember him from his Leicester days. He was a very good passer of the ball normally. Certainly a good crosser too, if they can get him away down that left side. In the Leicester City squad that won the League Cup against Tranmere back in 2000. His dad used to be a famous pop star in Shawadi Daddy. Shawadi Daddy, I'll even say it. Just how much I know about pop music. Well, Ferreira was caught in 2 minds then. I need to tell you that won't count, but Easter was in menacing form up front then. Ferreira and Essien almost going for the same ball. Bit of a clumsy challenge by Easter. May have rolled off his arm as well. In comes Tommy Mooney, but the whistle had long gone by then. But he is a handful, Jermaine Easter. Began as a youngster with Wolves, came via Stockport County to Wycombe, and he's got 18 goals for them this season, including 5 in this competition. 1 in every round. What he wouldn't give to score against Chelsea as well. Ballack showing he's prepared to scrap. Sorry, that was Miko that time, I beg his pardon. So he touched it away then from Bloomfield. It was Doherty after him. And he can be a very committed little player, Tommy Doherty. Here is Miko. Got his first goal for the club at the weekend in the win over Macclesfield. It was a blinding drive too to get him off the mark. But here's Sean Wright-Phillips is offside. Nothing wrong with the playing conditions. It's a perfect pitch. One, as I say, they do share with the Watts Rugby Club. So they do need an extra durable playing surface. And their pitch has 1 plastic blade for every 10 genuine blades of grass. You won't see too many divots. That's Jeremy to launch it clear up towards Kalu. Williamson is much taller than him. Certainly haven't found any rhythm yet, Chelsea. Here's Jeremy. Now Doherty. Well, despite that pass going astray, I would say they aren't looking overawed. Maybe they looked at the Chelsea team sheet and thought, well, maybe we can give them a real match tonight. Mikel. Another who knows he is yet really to win favour with Jose Mourinho. He feels quite a few of his players are underachieving. And Mikel was among them. Kalu another. Not sure how strong a finisher he is, Kalu. He's only got just the 2 goals for Chelsea during this campaign so far. Drogba, of course, far and away the leading marksman with 20. Then Frank Lampard on 12 after his 3 at the weekend, when he wasn't down to play, actually. And he brought in the last minute. Essien. On by Bridge to Ashley Cole, the two linking well. Two predominantly left-footed players, of course. That was Wright Phillips. Now Jeremy, not too much movement ahead of him. Makalele. Don't think we'll see him venturing too far forward. Well, in Doherty. They'll certainly know that he's about. Jeremy's long throw. Wright Phillips outmanoeuvred though. And then a foul by Makalele. Skippering the Chelsea team tonight. In the absence of Terry and Lampard. Nothing to do yet. Ricardo Batista has been saying this week he hasn't been losing any sleep about worrying about facing Chelsea's attackers. Maybe he didn't know that Drogba wasn't going to play and Shevchenko, but he was confident enough anyway. Cagey start, I think we can say. No sign yet of the goal fest that we witnessed last night at Anfield. 9 goals. Liverpool conceding 6 at home for the first time since 1930. Here's Mikel. And Cole. Oaks losing out. Makalele. Now Jeremy. Essien stepping in. Likewise Williamson for Wanderers. O'Halloran having to climb, but nudging it away successfully. Wycombe have never got beyond round 2 before, let alone anywhere near a semi-final. It really has been a fantastic achievement by them. They're the first from the 4th tier of English football to reach the last 4 of the League Cup. For over 30 years, the last team Chester, back in the 1974-75 season. Ballack. Wycombe not too respectful of his reputation. Easter's ball into the box. Chance now for Betsy. Saved by Hilario. But real encouragement there for Wycombe Wanderers. Chelsea were fully stretched. Ball over the top. And it fell here for Betsy. And he just couldn't beat Hilario. All credit then to the goalkeeper. There's Bloomfield in the middle, and then Hilario just about managing to parry the drive from Betsy. He thought it was in, Paul Lambert. It was close. very close. And a real scare for Chelsea. Looking far from comfortable at the moment. Just a reminder there that they do play rugby here as well. Well, he's not the tallest player on the field, and even though he really stretched then, couldn't quite make contact. Betsy certainly did. And it was a let-off for the Premiership champions, who have not settled yet. No two ways about it. If it goes on like this much longer, they'll be sending for Frank Lampard earlier than expected. So I was saying he wasn't expected to play at the weekend, Lampard, but Diarra turned up late. So he was told not to bother, and Lampard was told to get stripped. Of course, he responded with a hat-trick. Will Atwee hoofing it clear, and Ferreira was underneath it for Chelsea. They've got two big strong guys back there in Atwee and Williamson. Formidable partnership, certainly at the lower level. Pretty relieved, I'm sure, that Drogba isn't facing them tonight, but of course he is likely to play, I would think anyway, in the second leg. Certainly if it's as close then as it is now. Drogba suspended this evening. Oakes retaining possession well. Ooh, tossed in towards Betsy. Another worrying moment for Chelsea. Cole to the rescue. But now it's off him for a Wycombe throw. He wants to get on with it, Kevin Betsy. Came to Wycombe from Oldham. One or two quizzical looks on the faces of those Chelsea defenders. And they were certainly indebted to Hilario, their Portuguese goalkeeper, for the save from Betsy, who's never scored a League Cup goal, but he has got 4 in competitive matches this season for Wycombe. Andy D'Urso is the 4th official. O'Halloran, I think it was nudged then, yes he was, by a frustrated Kalu. He's only 21, Salomon Kalou, so his best years are ahead of him. Certainly hasn't been consistent, although he is now, as I was saying, getting a run in the team. Betsy worked it on well. This is Russell Martin stepping up from the back. Very eager to get players forward and support down the flanks, Wycombe Wanderers. Doherty. Martin. It's Doherty down. Took a knock there, but still got his tackle in. Terrific play by him. As you expect, playing with so much desire. Wycombe Wanderers, the team from League Two. Oakes out jumped. Wright Phillips. Then Mikel and Makalele. Not too much gets past him. But Russell Martin standing his ground there against Bridge. Betsy. Makalele had too much now. It's too much experience for it, really. And then Cole ran into trouble. Doherty to Betsy again, seeing plenty of the ball down this right side for Wycombe. Looking for Mooney in the middle. Comes Williamson, then Mooney. Certainly no slouch in the air. Chelsea, on the evidence so far, have a real match on their hands tonight. Mikel, then Claude Makelele. Here's Sean Wright-Phillips, who scored only his second goal for Chelsea at the weekend in the thrashing of Macclesfield. Makelele's ball in, decent one too. Wayne Bridger got himself into the middle. That's a Wycombe throw. And they keep losing the ball over the top of the stand there. Wayne Bridge popping up in the box. And they just about dealt with it then, Wycombe, as Williamson clears. Room with the team tonight for both Cole and Bridge. Which certainly isn't always the case. Michael Ballack on the end of that one. There have been stories of unrest among the other players concerning Ballack and his contributions so far, though that has been vehemently denied by Jose Mourinho, who says it's just simply not true. Is there room for Ballack and Lampard in the same starting 11? That's the question many good judges are asking, including Uli Hoeneß, Bayern Munich's general manager, Ballack's former club, of course. He says Chelsea just haven't found a system to accommodate both of them yet. Kalu working it wide then to short Wright-Phillips, who has pace, of course. Nifty work from him there. Here's Jeremy. Back comes Tommy Mooney, leading by example. Never mind Rooney, they've got Mooney. An older version. Jeremy with the corner. I think he needs a few games under his belt, Sean Wright-Phillips. Came to Stamford Bridge with a blossoming reputation, of course, from his time with Manchester City. There are suggestions he might go back there now. With Chelsea keen to sign Micah Richards, the young England star. That was Ballack's pass. And we had read his intentions. Mooney then with a layoff. It's gone astray though. Straight to Mikel and now Makelele. Chelsea improving. Wright-Phillips. Well, lost his footing, but how quick he was there to very nearly regain possession. He is a try-up. Really hard worker, Sean Wright-Phillips. And his endeavour there, and his team a corner kick. Taken by Jeremy. And over the top from Mikel. But they do look a bit hesitant. Wycombe Wanderers just about got away with it, thanks to the wayward shooting of Mikel. The Nigerian. goal at the weekend I referred to earlier, his first in 16 attempts. Now Ferreira mopping up. Under pressure from Bloomfield. Here's Doherty. Very competitive in the midfield, Wycombe Wanderers. Out comes Makalele. Just times those interceptions so well. And that's a lovely ball for Wayne Bridge. Kalu was in the centre, short right, Phillips arriving as well. But Atwee snuffed out the danger. Kalu. That was Ballack. He's back in the centre now. Jeremy will look for him. 4-5 in the box for Chelsea. Jeremy. Mikel. Then Wright Phillips twisting and turning. And you do get the feeling they are beginning to seize the initiative now. The team from the Premiership, right at the top end too. Second only, of course, to Manchester United, albeit 6 points adrift. Chelsea's third corner of the night. Ballack, a major target in the middle. Keeper just got his fist to it and was in the right place, and I think it hit him on the way through as he fell then. Batista, Wayne Bridge, who fired in that shot. Ballack climbing high. Bridge on his so-called weaker foot. No, actually, I think it was the man on the line rather than the goalkeeper who got in the way. It was. Doherty. Here's Jeremy to try again. Doherty brings it out. He kept his composure too. Excellent work by him. Stephen Oakes. Well, then Bloomfield lost possession. Wright Phillips. Chelsea beginning to show their quality now. They've got another corner. Forced by Kalu. Time for a goal, he's thinking. He'd like to pretty much finish off the job tonight, he was saying beforehand, but not to worry if not. There is the second leg to come. Certainly dominating possession in the last few minutes, Chelsea. Mike Williamson is the man detailed to pick up Ballack. Easter. Well, that was careless then by Martin. Betsy had that early chance for Wycombe. Their only real opportunity of the night so far. Wayne Bridge, who's come as close as anyone for Chelsea. Martin. Now Doherty. Wayne Bridge again. Bit more cohesion, well, there had been anyway, about Chelsea. Essien. Like most Ghanaian footballers, he's a tough character, Michael Essien, and he'll be relishing this battle. Jeremy to Paulo Ferreira. Doherty. Then Ballack stepping in. Jeremy. This is Mikel. Ferreira. Wycombe backing off for a moment. And the ploy proved to be a successful one as Kalu mistimed his run. Michael Ballack seems to have a problem with his boots. He's changing them. Mourinho was saying about Ballack, do I want more from him? Not just from him, he says, from everyone. Generally, he's been far from satisfied with his team showing in recent games. As for Paul Lambert, well, as I was mentioning, his team have just slipped off the pace a little in the league. The distraction maybe of this cup run. There's a bridge going through here. Oh, the keeper came a long, long way out. And it proved to be a big, big mistake. And Wayne Bridge, although he was clattered in the process, has scored for Chelsea 10 minutes from half-time. They were getting stronger. But he was really hit then. Very bravely, knocked it beyond the keeper, who's out for the count as well by the looks of things. A goal out of nothing, really. Lovely ball then from, I think it was Kalu, and off the keeper barged straight into Wayne Bridge. Managed to score anyway, but the keeper went right through him. Shades of Schumacher, remember that, the German goalkeeper in the World Cup a few decades ago on Battiston, I think it was. Well, they've called for a stretcher for Wayne Bridge. It was a reckless charge from goal from the goalkeeper. I'm afraid it has go down as an error of judgment by him, but such courage by Wayne Bridge. His first goal this season, and maybe that will calm a few Chelsea nerves. Took a real battering there, but he is back on his feet. See what happens to the goalkeeper, Ricardo Batista, the young man on loan from Fulham, remember. He was the hero in their third round penalty shootout win over Doncaster, saving spot kicks. But his rush of blood to the head means he's now ruined his hopes of an 11th clean sheet of the season. Quick thinking by Kalu. What a lovely ball that is. He's got the pace here, Bridge. Saw the keeper coming, I'm sure. What was he doing right out there? Batista. Mourinho celebrates, but you can see he's already noticed, I'm sure, that Bridge has gone down. And he's going to have a right old shiner there. They had called the stretcher for him. Not needed, thankfully. He's got blood all over his shirt, so they'll have to replace that. Steve Bennett concerned too about the condition of Batista. Repairs necessary for him as well. And a few broken hearts for those Wycombe players. They began so brightly, might have scored themselves. That really good chance for Kevin Betsy. But now it's Chelsea who've gone in front. They've got another shirt for him. Steve Clarke had that ready. And Jose Mourinho will give him full marks for his bravery in lobbing that ball home. It was a right heavy collision then, wasn't it, between the two? Not sure if he's going to continue, Batista. Well, it was an awful charge by him. I think he's just lost his bearings completely. Took out Wayne Bridge. I haven't seen any card produced by Steve Bennett, so he's presumably thinking there's been enough punishment. Damage mentally and physically. Smelling salts could be needed as well, I would think. They're patching him up, and just in case, Jamie Young is warming up. He might yet be needed. The standby goalkeeper, he was actually in goal for the quarter-final against Charlton. Kept a clean sheet, of course. I don't think he'll come rushing out like that again. Got bits of plaster everywhere. But no yellow card anyway. Scant consolation in truth. And Wycombe Wanderers, with 5 minutes now to go in the first half plus stoppage time, and there'll be plenty of that, are a goal down. And really cannot afford for it to get any worse than that. They've got a good home record in the league this season. They've lost only once. But of course, a different kettle of fish taking on Chelsea. The occupants of Millionaires Row have forged in front after an unconvincing start. They've got a free kick now. Oates with the challenge on Ballack. Williamson to Waitebridge, who seems to be okay. Here's Mikel. Ballack getting involved. Likewise Doherty, covering so much ground for Wycombe. Really is a diligent worker. Mikel has come back too easily, really. Kalu's in the centre. And a confident catch by Batista. That was Tommy Mooney. Yeah, the boot was a bit high. Matt Bloomfield, I think. Catching Ferreira. Don't think there'll be a card here either, just a reprimand from Steve Bennett. Which I think in the circumstances is sensible refereeing. Best just to get on with it. Makaleli, who as usual has been a big influence for Chelsea. Just keeping things ticking over while they found their feet in this Carling Cup semi. Doherty getting the better of Jeremy. There's a test for Ferreira. Mooney's out there with him, trying to make a nuisance of himself too. Who's pulling who? I think it was Mooney's tug. That certainly is how Steve Bennett viewed it. Worth a try. Well, looking at that, it was 6 of one, I'd have said, and half a dozen of the other. Ferreira didn't really have control of the situation, and then Mooney had control of him. Well, he's always been a battler. Decent finisher too, with his various clubs down the years, including the likes of Birmingham and Watford. Ferreira. Into the last minute of the first half, plus time added on. Just waiting to hear what that will be. A few minutes, I would think. Mooney's header. Easter didn't get a look in there. Very much the danger man up front with his goal scoring this season, Jermaine Easter, and of course it's a chance for him, a shop window really, to show what he can do. He'd love to play higher up. He'll have 5 more minutes in this half to impress. If he can get on the ball, that is. There's the confirmation of the time added on. That's too heavy for Kalu. Well, they promised to match them for effort and commitment. They've certainly done that, Wycombe. And here is a chance, albeit half a one, for Jermaine Easter. Didn't quite get hold of it, though. 6 goals in his last 10 games. 20 and 48 now overall since arriving at Wycombe from Stockport about a year ago. Doherty. Now it's Atwee. Here's Betsy. Doherty again. Nudged on by Kalu, but Atwee is there. Chelsea haven't really given Easter a chance to show his pace through the middle. He's got pace to burn if you allow him to run. Three attempts on goal so far from Wycombe, 5 from Chelsea. And that's a foul by Sean Wright-Phillips, much to his disgust. So desperate to do well for Chelsea. Mourinho doesn't pick him all that often. Certainly doesn't start in the Premiership too many times. Not so far, anyway. Makaleli. Chelsea's defensive shield in midfield. Here he is again. Very economical with his passing. Pretty accurate, though, too. Mooney closing in on Hilario. No room for error from the Portuguese goalkeeper. O'Halloran aiming for Atwee, and Cole happy for his keeper to collect. He's done okay actually, Hilario. Maybe not in the class of Petacek, few are. Kudachini of course is top drawer as well, but he's coming as the number 3. Not always that convincing in front of him. Chelsea defenders, certainly not since John Terry's been out. And now Carvalho as well. Sean Wright-Phillips, can they end the goal, the half of the goal? They might do. Keeper lost the flight of the ball completely then, Batista. Here's Mikel. Good determined defending though by Mike Williamson. But then it's Bridge. Just can't give it away that cheaply. They want to stay in this semi-final. That's Cole. And he gathered us in cleanly, but caught in the face, presumably, there from his reaction. And he made a hash of this. Dropped it almost casually. Not intentionally, I'm sure. Mooney now, batting away at the other end. Looking for his 11th goal of the season. They've been a really formidable, potent force up front in League Two and in the Carling Cup as well. Easter and Mooney. But Ashley Cole was having none of it as he dealt with the problem. Wright-Phillips. Bridge could be in there again. Williamson made sure that he wasn't. Mikel. Now it's Wright Phillips, buzzing up front for Chelsea, but not into the path of Kalu. Mooney. No time to dwell on the ball with Mikel closing in on him. Well, the Chelsea fans are shouting champions. They're not really played like champions, in truth. It certainly took a while to get going. It was Wycombe who had much of the early play, but then the goal from Wayne Bridge after Batista came charging out recklessly from his goal means that it's Chelsea who had the advantage at the halfway stage. Kevin Betsy with that early chance for Wycombe. Good save from Hilario to deny him. So Chelsea in this Carling Cup semi-final had their noses in front at Adams Park. They lead by 1-0. A 10-second warning. Start of the second half. We're lined up and almost ready to go at Adams Park. Peter Brackley here, the second half of tonight's Carling Cup semi-final first leg. Wycombe Wanderers from League Two trailing Chelsea from the Premiership by 1-0. Wayne Bridge, the only goal of the night so far. What do Wycombe do from here? Bit of a gamble really, I suppose, if they try and pull this back tonight and then go 2 or 3 down. It will kill the second leg, so they'll be very anxious not to concede any more. But having said that, the impetus should be with them really as the home team here to give it a go tonight and then hope for the best in the second leg. We shall see how they approach it. Chelsea at the moment well placed to reach their 5th League Cup final. And they've won 3 in the past, in 65, 98 and of course under Mourinho in 2005. Just the one defeat in 1972. It was Makaleli. He gave his usual solid performance in the first half. Now then to Jeremy. And they call the Buffalo. That was O'Halloran locking horns with Sean Wright Phillips. Mikel. Off goes Kalu. And they will be looking back, Wycombe, on that early chance that they had. One that fell to Kevin Betsy. Otherwise they didn't really extend Hilario at all in the Chelsea goal. Chelsea did get stronger, looked more convincing, and had the breakthrough through the bravery really of Wayne Bridge. When the goalkeeper, young Batista, overcommitted himself really in rushing out of goal. Betsy struggling with Essien. It will be a corner. Essien gave him a rueful look. And Steve Bennett says corner kick. Are they fully concentrated back there, Chelsea? Essien was actually looking the other way when they took the corner. Oh, now there's an offside, unnecessary too. Stephen Oakes. In this unfamiliar role then in central defence, in terms of being a regular starter there anyway. He's actually only missed 1 game this season. That was the one against Macclesfield at the weekend, Michael Essien. Yeah, that was very disappointing there for Wycombe. Stephen Oakes. Easter, very much a hero then for Wycombe during this cup run. Can he fire them back into this second half? Down goes Oakes. Manhandled by Michael Ballack. Mikel, the Nigerian, to clear. Certainly are fully stretched in the central defenders department at the moment, Chelsea. And Jose Mourinho has come under fire for not replacing Booth and, of course, Goliath too. Two players who departed in the summer. He says he won't pay silly money in the transfer market. I would, says Jose, rather play my 55-year-old coach at centre-half and do that. Which I'm sure is news to his 55-year-old coach, who's probably put in for a pay rise now. Not that there's anything wrong in being 55 anyway. Here's Ferreira. Jeremy. Caught dithering then. Fouled by Ballack. He's not really quite got to grips with this game tonight. And has often been the case in the Chelsea jersey since his move from Bayern Munich. O'Halloran, the young man on loan from Aston Villa. They won't want him back if it goes on like that. So fairness to him, he's had a decent game tonight. 19, Stephen O'Halloran. Just shy of 10,000 here at Adams Park tonight. The vast majority hoping their team can come back in this second half. They might get a sniff of it here with Jermaine Easter. Now Oakes. Not a bad ball, but it's more as a free header away, really, by Essien. O'Halloran. Good hustling again by Tom Doherty. Mooney to slip it on, a great chance here. Oh, put wide by Bloomfield as he was put through. Suddenly the whites of the goalpost were gaping ahead of him. Just nudged on there by Mooney. And he really should have had a better finish from that, without being overcritical of him. Kind of way that Makelele was nowhere near it. It was a clear sight of goal, but that Bloomfield could have made a name for himself there. But just a reminder to Chelsea, they haven't secured a victory yet by any means. It's Williamson's long ball, Mooney is after it, hoping for some scraps up there. Down by Oakes, but only to Michael Ballack, and then Bridge, whose goal really should have been cancelled out by Matt Bloomfield. What a chance for Wycombe. Jeremy now, played it for Kalu. And then Sean Wright-Phillips whipping it wide. Teed it up then for Wright-Phillips. It was almost a lazy strike on goal from the England international. Mikel. In comes O'Halloran. Might be just too much weight on it, and in fact Ferreira was underneath it anyway. In goes Tom Mooney. Well, he did get the winner against Fulham earlier in this competition. And he really has caught the eye constantly throughout the season, the 35-year-old. People tell me he's been their best player this season. Well, they've got a fighting chance. They can keep this up now. Certainly want something to play for in the return at Stamford Bridge. Ferreira. Now it's Betsy. Ballack. To John Obi Mikel. This is Cole. Measured ball on end from Bridge. Bloomfield. Lost it too easily though to Ballack. Makaleli. And a miscalculation by Michael Ballack. Easter in pursuit. Up comes Hilario to rescue the situation for Chelsea. Unbeaten in their last 12 games now in all competitions. 7 wins and 5 draws. Haven't lost since Werder Bremen beat them in a dead game really in the Champions League. Some more patching up for Wayne Bridge after that collision with Batista in the first half, just before the goal. At Stephen Oakes, Hilario makes the decision. Gets a strong punch to it too. Here is Bridge. Certainly know that Tom Mooney is there. Around 650 career games behind him, Mooney. Over 150 goals. What he wouldn't give for another one this evening. To bring his team back into this Carling Cup semi-final. Doherty leaving the free kick for Martin. Will Adwy is up top. Central defender Mooney too. Beaten in the air though by Michael Essien. But here's Bloomfield. Back into the mix again. Hilario. Good catch. Good catch. Nothing wrong with his decision making this evening. He certainly came to his team's rescue early on with that save from Betsy. And his handling was impeccable there too. Mikel. Doherty. Still giving tremendous commitment in midfield, Tom Doherty. Makaleli's pass. Not sure that was intended for Kalu. But now it's Jeremy. Short right foot, it's darting through the centre. Bridge was in the middle, waiting unmarked too. If he could have found him there. Goal kick. More frustration for Sean Wright-Phillips. His move from Manchester to London has not been a successful one as yet. But he still hopes that Chelsea will give him time. Makaleli. Clashing with Tom Mooney. And referee Bennett has to step in. And he'll want a word with Mooney. The Frenchman and the abrasive Englishman. Yellow card to Mooney. Well, it was a clumsy challenge by Makaleli, to put it mildly, hurting himself in the process. Mooney wanting words and says, come on, let's get on with it. Little spat between the two. Certainly a yellow card for Mooney. And Makaleli as well. Mooney's going to miss the league game against Accrington Stanley. And Makaleli will miss the game against Liverpool. It's the roof of the net. From top Mooney, he's really fired up now. As are all the Wycombe players. So keen to do themselves justice this evening. Very difficult angle for him. Still arguing, offering his viewpoint to Steve Bennett. Wright-Phillips. Good play by Makaleli. He won't let the booking bother him. But Bloomfield won it back. Now it's Betsy. Looking for a run on Ashley Cole. No way. Mikel. And the early ball is far too strong. Once Batista had backtracked. But Chelsea know they've been in a contest this evening. Giving it everything. Easter. Here's Jeremy. Right Phillips. Getting the better of it though. Until Right Phillips came chasing back, but the danger hasn't passed. Well, maybe now it has. Jeremy. Paulo Ferreira, the Portuguese international. Right Phillips trying to spin away from O'Halloran. Mikel and Makalele. It's good football from Chelsea. Ashley Cole, good one-touch passing. Mikel again. At times their class, their quality has certainly shone through, but not consistently over the match so far, which has given Wycombe hope. Jeremy. Little spell of possession now from Chelsea. Until it's broken up by Will Atwee. 24-year-old at the heart of that Wycombe defence. Makalele. Now Jeremy. In the way was O'Halloran. Jeremy again. Stephen Oakes turned back into traffic. Can they find a bit of quality of their own? Fairness to Stephen Oakes, who may be feeling the pace now. He was suffering, as I mentioned earlier, from the effects of flu, and there had been a doubt for the game. This is young Ben Sahar, who's going to come on for Chelsea, as he did at the weekend. He's only 17. Made his debut in that 6-1 mauling of Macclesfield. And he'll be replacing Sean Wright Phillips. Or maybe Jeremy. No, it will be Wright Phillips. Ben Sahar is an Israeli under-21 international. Comes from Hapoel Tel Aviv. Around £320,000, which doesn't sound too much for Chelsea. Well, as ever, plenty of effort, commitment from Sean Wright Phillips, but no end product really. So the 17-year-old has his chance in the Chelsea attack. Who are you? The Wycombe fans are shouting. They might find out in a minute. It's Ferreira. Jermaine Easter, then Doherty. O'Halloran. Keen to take Jeremy on, but not getting past him. He's actually played pretty well in that right back position, Jeremy, since getting a few outings lately. Makalele. Offside. Against Wayne Bridge, whose goal divides the two teams over an hour gone. Not sure about that one. But he was the man with the flag. Offside it is. Mooney. Essien returning his composure. Martin. Here's Kevin Betsy. Atwee. No way forward for Wycombe. But they are hanging on in there against the Premiership giants. Tom Mooney, good header down too. The tackle was a little late on Bloomfield. Well, there was contact. Jeremy bringing him down. Free kick to Wycombe. Chance for Wycombe. Bloomfield, who squandered that earlier one. How he would love to make amends now. Stephen Oakes will take it. Easter's in there. Mooney, Atwee and Betsy. Home fans cranking up the volume now with Adams Park. Put it in by Oakes. SCM with a strong header out though. Saha. This is Betsy. SCM's been drawn out of the middle. Jermaine Easter. Can they take advantage? And they've regrouped really, Chelsea now. That was Mooney. Makalele back in his own penalty box. Mooney again. Shout for handball, and it's given too. Down off Solomon Kalou. He says shoulder. Steve Bennett says handball. A little bit of pressure from Wycombe. And it's lifted the atmosphere now. Tom Doherty taking on the responsibility of this free kick. He's got Oakes alongside. Four in that Chelsea wall. And it was Mikel who was struck in the face, back in by Doherty. As play goes on, it's Jermaine Easter. Still got four in the box. The keeper was struggling, but I think it was held. Certainly Lewis has gone for a free kick. Meantime, Mikel might need some attention for being hit in the face. He'll be okay. Yeah, no doubt at all, Hilario was impeded by Williamson, I believe. But more reminders to Chelsea, they're not home and dry yet in terms of winning this first leg. They have had a few nervy moments. Mikel. Here's Oakes. Mooney. Time to set for Frank Lampard. And he's going to come on, I think he plays a Wayne Bridge. Features in pretty much every game, isn't he, Frank Lampard? What a talisman he has been for Chelsea in the last 2 or 3 years. Bridge you could barely see out of that eye, I would have thought. Had the pace here to race through and score the goal, before being battered by Batista. Hat-trick hero at the weekend. You can bet on one thing, he'll have a strike on goal before this game is out. I'll put money on it. But this is Martin for Wycombe. Then Cole, slight error of judgment. Bailed out by Essian, who was pulled back. Lampard has been in hot scoring form lately. 5 in his last 7, including that hat-trick, his first for Chelsea. John Terry could be back for the Premiership game coming up against Wigan. He's had a back operation, of course, which has kept him on the sidelines, and boy have they missed him. There's Lampard with 3 against Macclesfield. I remember him getting a hat-trick in the League Cup, seeing that one against Walsall a few years back. Playing for the Hammers at Upton Park. Ashley Cole. Happy enough with the throw-in. A midway point in the second half. Tom Doherty. Ballack was digging away at it. Can't believe the decision. Bit of a culture shock for him, I would think. Highest paid player in world football, by all accounts. Strutting his stuff at Adams Park. With no disrespect to Wycombe Wanderers. Who were pressing here until Jeremy hooks it away. Then Zaha. Now Kalu. Zaha to take it on. And the keeper almost spilled it. Sudden break by Chelsea. That's the danger to Wycombe. They do get stretched by pushing players up. Kalu, who led that counter raid, on to Zaha. And the keeper got his angles right. Kalu to Jeremy. Well in Adwi. On Ballack. Whose influence, I would say, overall has been minimal really tonight. Jeremy. But here's Ballack now to prove me wrong. It's been a game really for Chelsea to roll up their sleeves, and they've done that really for the most part in general terms. Mikel. Now Jeremy. Oakes was hanging on for dear life. And apparently did so legally. Can't really foul that one out. Nor could Jeremy, but no real protest. Maybe just a whisper in the referee's ear as he went past. Pereira. Lucky to clear there. Chelsea will be thinking maybe they've weathered that mini storm from Wycombe. And of course another goal now. And you would think that would be it. But even at 1-0, Wycombe will feel, well, there's just a sniff of a chance at Stamford Bridge. Pereira with Michael Essien. Then Makaleli. Chelsea just content to keep possession for a moment. Here's Jeremy. Don't think he kept that alive. Before bumping into the photographers behind the goal. No, it will be a goal kick. Now here's a change for Wycombe. Sergio Torres, who's a young Argentine, is going to replace Matt Bloomfield. Pereira and Jeremy, and Tom Mooney. There's a hearty challenge there by Stephen Oakes. Another free kick to Wycombe. Jeremy was the guilty party. I thought he was unlucky at the other end, in truth. He's got no sympathy here. Again, from the referee. And the invitation is there for Stephen Oakes to toss this one in. Hope that Antwi can get on to the end of it, or Easter, or Betsy, or of course Tom Mooney. In goes Mooney. Just over the top of his head. Williamson. Outcut though by Bellac. O'Halloran was back there. Then Oakes. Mooney's header. Pereira. We're unsure of Easter's presence. O'Halloran turning away from Kalu. Slight hesitation. Lampard was almost in there. Solomon Kalu to Lampard. Makalele. Then Mikel. Chelsea just sensing they can see off Wycombe here. But not if the Wanderers have anything to do with it. Certainly not Tom Mooney. Not a word of protest. Just got up and got on with it. So here's Torres. His entrance at last as Bloomfield departs. Paid his own fare to try his luck in England. And after trials with Brighton, he was signed by non-league Basingstoke. He's at nearly 40 games now for the Chairboys of Wycombe. Why are they called the Chairboys? It's, well, the tradition of furniture making in the town. When I was reading about their nickname the other day, I thought it said the Choir Boys. It doesn't exactly fit Tom Mooney, does it? Definitely the Chairboys. Goal kick. Respite for Chelsea, edging their way towards the victory that I'm sure would satisfy Jose Mourinho. He'd like a comfortable ride in the second leg, of course. But whatever the score tonight, he'd have been confident of finishing off the job anyway in 2 weeks' time. Easter. Doherty, well, he went to ground pretty easily, but it's a free kick anyway. Taken quickly by Doherty. Martin. Here's Betsy. Couldn't pick out Mooney in the middle, or Easter. Easy pickings for Hilario. He was talking beforehand, Paul Lambert, about the golfing class between the two, but we'll match them for effort, he said. And they've done that. But as it stands, it's not quite going to be enough to give them something to hold on to for Stamford Bridge. That was Mooney. Easter could be in here. Jermaine Easter strikes again. A scorer in every round prior to tonight, and he's done it once more, and this time against Chelsea. And whatever else he does in his career, he will never ever forget this evening. Hilario's been beaten. Great header on there by Tom Mooney. Essien was struggling, so was Hilario, didn't get out to him in time. And Jermaine Easter nipped it in predatory fashion to slide it home and make it Wycombe Wanderers 1, Chelsea 1. 13 minutes to go. A moment they will never forget here, he certainly won't. Paul Lambert. Whatever the final outcome. Well, one or two Championship clubs have been sniffing around in terms of maybe signing him, Jermaine Easter. That will have done his prospect of that no harm at all. In the meantime, he is very much a Wycombe Wanderers player. And once again, the idol of the Adams Park faithful out in force tonight. Kevin Betsy. Martin alongside, off goes Betsy again. Stopped by the linesman. Well, he's put Lampard on, otherwise only youngsters on the bench. Zaha, of course, has already been introduced. So I wouldn't think he'll look to change it too much now on Mourinho. Just hope to keep it at this or score another one themselves. Make life a little easier at Stamford Bridge. It's fair to say the least of their ambitions, Wycombe, was to get a draw or a slender win tonight, just to give themselves hope, give themselves a chance for the second leg. And who knows? Here's Frank Lampard. As Chelsea look to respond, just as they did at the weekend against Macclesfield. That's Jeremy's strike. Macclesfield drew level, but only briefly. It has changed the mood here, understandably so. Jermaine Easter, his 6th goal in the League Cup, in the Carling Cup this season. To wipe out the memory of the early one from Wayne Bridge when Batista brought him down but couldn't prevent him from scoring. Can they raise their game again, Wycombe Wanderers? Sergio Torres in the thick of the action. It's great to be a Wycombe Wanderers fan. And the whole place is jumping. Here they come again. Mooney far side. It's his towering header that led to the goal. They worked so well as a pairing, Easter and Mooney. They have done all season. Solomon Kalou wriggling free. Going nowhere. Well, I thought it was fouled, apparently not, according to Steve Bennett. Easter's off again. Ferreira this time managed to curtail his challenge. Makelele having just to thump it upfield. 10 minutes to go. Wycombe free kick. Well, Chelsea are so strong, of course, at Stamford Bridge. It's going to be a very, very difficult night for Wycombe in a fortnight. But as it stands, they've given themselves some hope. It's a yellow for Mikel for his part in that latest incident. Wycombe threatening goal again. Torres the substitute. With a shot that's charged out by Michael Essien. They are giving it a real go now, just as they promised they would. Easter. He's just put a few more noughts on his valuation. With that goal to bring his team level. Michael Ballack offering his opinion. Not welcomed. O'Halloran. Good challenge though by Makelele. And then Jeremy shepherding it out. What a fight his team have given Chelsea at Adams Park this evening. Martin missed it. Cross goes Williamson. And it's Zaha who's been penalised. He's getting rather animated. Nothing exactly for the first time in his career, Jose Mourinho. And he does so, just suggesting he calms down. Steve Benn actually sent him off, didn't he? Sent him to the stands at the League Cup final of 2005. Mourinho. So they're not the best of pals. Mooney, yet again winning it in the air. Yet again, Chelsea defending nervously. Wycombe and Mooney in particular in their faces. Mikel. Straight to Antwi. Chase that one as the invitation to Jermaine Easter, but he won't keep that in play. 19th competitive goal of the season, 7 in his last 11. Torres. Got a few tricks up his sleeve. But not too many, managed to outsmart Claude Makalele on by Doherty. Oakes looking to deliver for Top Mooney. He's the master in the air. He's not that tall, is he? He's certainly got a spring on him. A bit like David Speedy, remember, the old Chelsea front runner, among other clubs. Belak. On to Makalele. The referee stopped play for something there. Doherty, who does relish a challenge. He's had 6 sendings off in his career. Mikel. On by the Nigerian again. To Cole. And Saha. Cole's quick, but not that quick. Into the last 5 minutes. Well, whatever happens, they've done themselves proud, Wycombe Wanderers. Against their illustrious opponents. Antwi. The boot was high. Steve Bennett saw nothing wrong though. Jeremy and Pereira between them sorting things out. Not that effectively though. On by Frank Lampard. There's Belak. Trying to pick the right pass and almost did too. Sent the run there of Callow, but so did Mike Williamson. Now it's Essien mopping up at the other end. Mooney looked in first there, and Essien had to react very quickly to deny him a path to goal. Antwi. Oakes to Martin. This is Doherty. Set flying. That part was the culprit. For the most part a sporting contest, albeit a very competitive one. Three minutes left. Can they yet provide a fairy tale ending to this game? Wycombe Wanderers. Stephen Oakes. Oh! It was not far away. A real screamer that from Oakes. Rising just over the top, but only by inches. As he wonders what might have been. Well, Tommy Mooney's not quite going to see out the 90 minutes. But what a performance he's given. Johnny Dixon on to replace him right at the finish, for the Wycombe fans rising to Tom Mooney. And the cry is not Rooney but Mooney around Adams Park. To quote my old mate Ray Wilkins, who's at the ground tonight, he worked his socks off. And a brief taste of the action for Martin. Or rather for Dixon, I should say, Johnny Dixon. Batista has had precious little to do, really, you know. That Wycombe goal in the second half. 1 or 2 fumbles in the first period, it's true. But Chelsea haven't tested him too often, apart from the goal when he was found wanting. 1 minute of the 90 to go. Essian's free kick. Chased down enthusiastically by Dixon. Jeremy. Scott Sinclair, one of the youngsters on the Chelsea bench, is going to replace Kalu. He won't have too long to shine. Meantime, Betsy for Wycombe. That ball wouldn't have counted. Warriors saves it anyway. Not once but twice. But the flag was up. Did control it with his arm. Russell Martin. So here is Scott Sinclair, right at the finish. Yet another off the conveyor belt at Stamford Bridge. He's only 17. He's an England under-18 international. 3 minutes of added time. And we're into them now. Jeremy's cross. And Martin stayed calm. They really have enjoyed themselves tonight. Even the keeper. Apart from one moment, he won't be quite so keen to reflect on. It's a Chelsea throw. I don't think O'Halloran thought it was. For Saha losing out. Makalele to Ashley Cole. Now Lampard. Chelsea do tend to come on so strong late in games, so you wouldn't rule out another goal from them. Jeremy. No harm done in the end. Of course, they've been at their sharpest this season when Didier Drogba has been up front for them. And no doubt he'll send him on for the second leg. If he thinks it's the right thing to do. You never quite know with Mourinho what he's planning. One last chance perhaps. Makalele doing his best to make sure it doesn't fall to Wycombe. Now it's Cole. Played by Williamson. He and Attlee play really well back there in the central defence. But that one was mistimed by Williamson, a rather tired lunge. And Steve Bennett thinks worthy of a caution. in the dying seconds. Frank Lampard will take it for Chelsea. Is there to be heartbreak for Wycombe here, right at the end? Jeremy on the follow-up. O'Halloran just about managed to get there first, and there is the final whistle. And the Carling Cup semi-final is very much alive still after the first leg at Adams Park. Jermaine Easter, who scored in every round for Wycombe, has come up trumps again, bringing his team level after Wayne Bridge had scored for Chelsea in the first half, and they gave tonight as good as they got. No two ways about it. Paul Lambert's team to give themselves a fighting chance when the two clubs meet again in the second leg at Stamford Bridge. Doing their best to keep their emotions under control, the Wycombe players. They know there's a very, very, very hard night in store for them when they go to Chelsea's patch. But tonight, well, they have delighted their home fans with a terrific contribution, a terrific display over the 90 minutes. And boy, have they given Chelsea, the Premiership champions, a run for their money. The final score at Adams Park in this Carling Cup semi-final first leg is Wycombe Wanderers 1, Chelsea 1.